Hello, everyone. Welcome to your December monthly reading, your tarot reading with Spiritual Side Reiki and Tarot. I'm Sarah. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say for us for this month, which is winter equinox, like winter, holidays, and a time of year where I know there's that paradox where the esoterics talk about how it's a time of retreat, but it's such a hustle and bustle, so it's difficult. So I guess we all just brace ourselves for the month of December and make it to the new year. So with that being said, it's our last month in the decade, and we go into 2020, which is going to be an interesting year, one to keep watch on, especially astrologically. So I'm going to see, I've shuffled quite a bit here. So like I say with every reading, just take 2 or 3 messages away with you that resonate with you and apply them into your life. And you can see the transformations that happen just by, the evolution of a shift that you make based upon maybe a message you hear or something that sparks an idea or a thought. So whatever it is, just go with it. Trust yourself. That's your intuition. That's your instinct. And I'm an intuitive tarot reader. So that's why I encourage you as well to just kind of allow that to flow through you. So I'm going to cut the deck. So think of a question or idea or thought that you'd like clarity on. If you're looking for a message of healing, maybe that's something that will come through. So cut the deck. And I'm going to call the divine with love and light and spirit guides and everybody who is, within your light family, who's in your best interest for your highest good and your higher self too. So let's see what we got. 7 of Pentacles. Okay, here we're going here. Ooh, some new love. Wow, in your mind, new love, new love. Oh, Queen of Wands, eh? And we saw her in our last weekly reading in the soul position. Wow, so yeah. See, and then you got the 4 of Pentacles up here, which is a little bit like like really kind of holding back, not really sure, like kind of keeping guarded, right? And then you have the Queen of Wands in your soul, and your soul's telling you like, hey, let's do this. Let's see what's going on here. You got the Empress in your outcome. So, you know what? This is beautiful energy. Oh, and they got the 4 of Wands and the underlying. You know what? It is a time. I don't see the Hermit, and I don't see the Hierophant. So I'm looking at this as more of a time of inner peace and like harmony. And I got 4s and 4 plus 4 is 8, the infinity, like a nice flow here. Okay, so let me tap in the water. You got the Ace of Cups in your mind position. Are you thinking about somebody? Are you thinking about offering a love, your heart to somebody? Are you thinking about how much love and abundance you have, for yourself, for your family, in your life? Like, love on your mind? So that's something to consider. Okay, I'm going to start in the past position. You have the 7 of Pentacles. This is definitely a card that lets you take a little step back and explore the fruits of your labor or enjoy the fruits of your labor. Not for too long, but just temporarily enough so that you get enough motivation and encouragement and inspiration to say, wow, like, look at what I've created or look at what I have done. Like, be proud of yourself a little bit, take a step back and admire what's happening. Page of Swords coming in here, following in your present position. A very good time to work on your throat chakra. So you can check one of my Reiki videos out for some throat chakra clearing. It's a great time to do that. So you speak very in consideration of the conversation. I guess what I'm trying to say. It is holiday time. We are going to be mixing company with family. Family dynamics are always such an interesting social, whatever it is, it's family, right? But there's definitely a lot of dynamics that come into play. So if you can kind of center yourself before you go into a conversation, allow yourself to speak freely and speak your mind and speak your truth, but to not maybe it's to not allow it to cause a runaway reaction. So don't let people trigger you, don't let people instigate you. And actually, you didn't get too much like a soul deep work. So actually in your action card, your situation card rather, you got the Death card, which is kind of like an ending of something. So whatever shadow work maybe we worked on throughout the month of November with that scorpionic energy, like that deeper, darker side of yourself, or shadow side, like going in there and figuring whatever triggers you in these relationships, that is usually the parts of us that need the healing, so the esoterics say, right? So okay, I'm going to keep going for this reading, but great energy. You got three queens here. Like that is definitely stuff, like, and that's a beautiful, like is it trine or three, so whatever it is, that's a three queens going right into 2020. And I don't know, I just felt very, almost feeling like a sweeping away energy, like it's almost like the angels have put everything into place, and now it's like blueprinting on 2020, and it's just like this plan has been master crafted and architected. So whatever work you did in 2019, and you did work, look at that, you got the Knight of Pentacles in your body position. You hustled, you worked hard, good for you, you did. And the queens are saying, you know what, you have the air energy, which is creativity. Again, I'm going to do clarifiers on that soul position. That's odd. Yeah, I remember that clearly because we did a little side spread on that. So okay, let me see. Okay, we have Miss Queen of Wands. Clarify. Ha ha! Queen of Swords. So now we have four. And I have the Four of Wands underneath here. So you know what it is? You're divine feminine, and we all have it. Men and female. We all have divine masculine, we all have divine feminine. This is what I believe. And we balance that throughout our life, our energy, and we just are here in form, right? Four queens and four wands is literally like I'm just seeing like a total, like I'm in the middle of a desert somewhere, and I'm seeing like sheets flying in the wind and these tents going up, and it's like we are beginning to make camp now. We are going to make camp. We have bought the materials, we have bought the supplies, we have found this space, we have found this sacred area. Now what we're going to do is we're going to hand it off, because then the kings come in after the queens. The kings are the ones out on the foreman. They're out there directing. The queens are there master crafting, architecturing, understanding the bigger divine. The kings are executing. So I'm just seeing these queens like angels coming around, anchoring down these four posts and these beautiful white flowy tents in the wind. And it's like a new world. And we are anchoring into a new world. Like if you're into the astrology stuff, like there is an ascension, there is a consciousness that's happening, a collective awakening, an entanglement of understanding that we are energetic beings, and we have the ability to create and raise our vibration and go upon. But there's a lot of good happening here. So I'm just going to kind of read this through a little bit. It is a monthly, so it's good that it's deeper, but it's very like, I'm just getting like you've met in session, you've met with your light being family, you met with your spirit guides, you've met with your your source inner energy, you've met with your blueprint, with who you are. You've met there inside, and you figure out and say, you know what, I'm ready for this. And I like this. In your future card, you had the Four of Pentacles, which is quite a bit of like holding back energy or holding on to energy. It's like you don't want to let anything out, but your love in your mind, it's like, no, flow it out, let it flow. And you have the Knight of Pentacles in your body, so it's like you are working hard, you are moving forward. So open up a little. I'm going to do some clarifiers here. The Nine of Pentacles, wow. I'm getting a little bit of like showcase yourself kind of energy. Like, is there something you can just, now you step into that person, you have arrived at that person. The Nine of Pentacles is abundance, luxury, gratitude, the finer things in life. It's in tune with, the real material abundance, which isn't a Gucci bag or a cute pair of shoes. It truly isn't. The true material abundance comes from earth and nature and all of those beautiful things. And our abundance of our other universal gifts, love, like like inner like wisdom of dreams coming true, fruition of your destiny, your path, like all of those things, like, you know, spreading loving kindness, like don't, that is a material abundance. And that's what Nine of Pentacles is. She's in the rider deck, she's in her beautiful flowing gown, and she has a bird eating out of her hand. It just shows she's in harmony with nature first. Sure, you can have all those beautiful material things, you should, it's part of the experience of life. Like that is in the 3D, right? It's not the be all and end all, but if you can get to the point of inner peace where you have that beautiful feeling of abundance with who you are and yourself and your relationships and the gifts that you have to give in this world and being of service, that abundance, that's what creates the feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment. You just having some accessories is great, but again, it's not the be all and end all. It's the icing on top, if you will. So get in that, anchor in that, and those queens, they're guiding you. There's some divine guiding happening. A lot of love energy, and ending the death card in your situation. It's like, no, you know what? You've transformed. You've come into this. You've stepped into this new highest version of yourself. That's beautiful. Your action card, the Queen of Pentacles. Keeping down to earth, keeping grounded, keeping stable, especially through this holiday time. Again, I think, you know, just allowing yourself to be more heart-centered and heart-led and compassionate. If somebody maybe says something that irks you or triggers you, just maybe say, you know what, does it need my energy? And that's another thing too. We didn't get the Emperor at all, but, or sorry, the Hierophant or the Hermit, which the Hermit was I was actually looking for, like I said, about winter, about retreating, but maybe we'll get that for January. We'll have to see. And of course, I'm going to do a 2020 tarot reading and see, maybe I can find a cool spread and do that. But anyways, this is my custom spread that I kind of just, it's intuitively that I laid them this way one day, and I'm like, yeah, that's how I'm going to read. So I always read this way. It just kind of is a cool storyboard, and that's what the tarot's here, you know, as a storyboard, but to give us something, to inspire us, to give us a tool of divination, some healing messages from the ether and everything that it's in between. So anyways, I'm just seeing a lot, like nurture yourself a lot, love yourself a lot, be true to yourself, be real with yourself. I'm going to pull some clarifiers on the Emperor. Oh, the Empress here. And we got the Emperor right beside her. So she's there, and then she's handing it off to him. So it's like, hey, you know what? I've architected my new 2020. I've set my goals. I'm coming in. I'm doing that this month. So when I step into 2020, whew, I'm going to see. And that Emperor there, he's like, he's owning it now. He is the culmination of the 4 kings, as is the Empress. She's the culmination of the 4 queens. The earth, all the signs are represented. The earth, the air, the fire, and the water. So it's like that 4 of Wands again. That's very significant. The 4 is very significant here. Okay, so what else can I say? I think I'm not going to keep pulling cards because I think this is a very powerful reading. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap here and, you know, see what December has to offer you. But just know that it's almost like, I don't want to say out of body experience, but I'm really getting that energy from these 4 queens here. The Empress and the 3 queens. I'm really getting like a wise woman, like the wise man, but like it's just these energies of like almost an out of body. So I will carry you through this. Trust in that, connect into your divine, connect into your spirit guides, connect into your channel, connect into the source energy that makes your life force run through you, your Merkaba. Connect. I'm getting that so strongly right here because I think like, I don't know. I'm going to do a recap now because there's a lot, but what it is, it's basically you have worked hard and you've worked really hard, you know, and you've arrived, but you have to allow yourself to step into that. And it is time. It's time to love yourself enough, have enough confidence in yourself, be so anchored into who you are and so proud of who you are that again, it's like your essence carries you before your body arrives. I'm getting that. It's like your reputation already, you know, not that it precedes you, but it's already a little bit of hype, and it's not in a bad way where it's like, oh, they hyped you up and you're not as good as you've got, but it's almost like your character speaks for you even though you're not there. So that's something too. Like maybe you're gonna get more recognition or a promotion, or but definitely I'm getting an energy of just trust the universe, a lot of love, a lot of groundedness, and a lot of enjoying. Like wear that nice dress to the cocktail party. Treat yourself with divine grace and beauty. Treat yourself. Venus, I think, is happening. I think Venus is in Sagittarius. So trust yourself and allow yourself to have that grace and that beauty, and just I'm just getting a lot of that energy, and almost let the wings of the angels carry you through the month of December. Maybe that's where our inner peace is coming from. So we'll see what happens in January, but definitely loving this reading right now for December. I'm feeling very angelic. Like I almost feel like I'm not levitating, but I feel like I'm getting wings picking me up like onto my side. So if anybody else is feeling that, I just feel like I'm in like I have some wings going on. And if anyone gets that, allow that to help you coast through to 2020. But don't forget, you have done the work this past year. You have divinely architectured your life. And if you haven't, you have a month to go. And I would say, get a piece of paper, do 12 squares, just like you would do the 4 quadrant system of like, immediate, urgent, like prioritize, do 12 squares, and take a moment, take a cup of tea, light a candle, meditate in, and just fill one thing into those 12 squares. That's how easy it is to set goals. And you know what? They're flexible. Everything in life has got to be flexible. But again, I can guarantee if you write 12 things down, you're going to go, but again, I'm really getting this energy of being divinely led. It's not to be forced. It's a very delicate, very beautiful, angelic energy. So anyways, thank you for letting me read for you 2019. I'm very excited to continue this YouTube journey 2020. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can get this channel to go viral. I would love that. So much love. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. Just one love.